and welcome back to the channel. Well, apparently cases of monkeypox are on the rise. We're starting to hear more and more buzz about monkeypox. So where's this coming from all of a sudden? Now, we are just now starting to see news taper down just a bit as it relates to this pandemic, right? That we've just gone through with the CV19. Although they are starting to say that those numbers are starting to bump up again as well. Different variants are popping up here and there, but the panic level seems to have tapered down a little. A lot of people are not panicking as much as they were. So that being said, something new pops up. It isn't exactly new because there were reports or talks of this stuff a couple of years ago as well. But not like this. Now they're starting to say that cases are popping up all over the world. And apparently the Biden administration thinks that we should be concerned. Everyone should be concerned about this. And so we're going to jump into what is being said on their end. It says President Joe Biden said Sunday that everyone should be concerned about monkeypox. It is an uncommon virus that can cause rashes, fever, and in rare cases, it can cause death. As more cases are reported across the world, including 2 infections in the U.S. Now, for those of you who want to go look at the images of monkeypox, please do so. I didn't want to share any in this video here because it is a very itchy looking disease. If you've seen chickenpox before, monkeypox is a lot worse. Okay, the infectious sores are a lot bigger and it is definitely disturbing to the eyes. Okay, so key facts. Biden, who is on an official visit to South Korea, said his administration is looking into what vaccinations are available for the disease and what other actions the U.S. can take. So there we go. They are going to be looking to get vaccines ready for those who are just scared out of their wits, who are concerned of catching this. So there's another vax for you coming right up. The disease represents a concern because it spreads would be consequential, Biden said his advisors have informed him. But he added he isn't aware of the level of exposure to monkeypox yet. So right now they're not sure how widespread this thing is or is going to get, right? So it's going to be based on certain consequences that are presented or that surfaces because he doesn't know anything yet. He says he's not aware of any levels of exposure to monkeypox yet. So he is looking into the vaccines though. So basically he's saying he's not aware of this, that, and the third, but they're going to get vaccines ready. Okay. 2 monkeypox cases have been confirmed in Massachusetts and New York. So is it 2 each or is it 1 there and 1 there? 1 in Massachusetts, 1 in New York? What is it? Okay, so that says in the past week, in the White House, COVID-19 advisor Dr. Ashish Jha told ABC's This Week on Sunday he would not be surprised if we see a few more cases in the upcoming days. Okay, so if you have 1 case in New York that you're aware of and another case in Massachusetts, what have you done with these people who have this disease? And why is it that we're already talking about more cases? How is this happening? And the fact that they're happening around around the world, not around the country, but around the world. A pocket here, a pocket there, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. How does this happen? So that's why I was asking the question, where is this coming from all of a sudden? Now, we all saw the effects of C19. There were some people who definitely lost their lives, right? But we need to know, where is this coming from? I wanted to shed some light on a certain topic for a moment before I get back into the article. When the Bible speaks of plagues and famine and different things of that nature, we need to understand that it doesn't necessarily mean that the hand of God, as the world calls him, is going to reach out of the sky and touch this region and say, you're going to experience monkeypox, you're going to experience smallpox, you're going to experience this disease or that disease. The Most High will allow things to happen through the error of man. The error of man, he will allow to use these things. So even though we call it the judgment of Yah in some cases, it is judgment for the sins of the world. So if a man is doing something he has no business doing in a lab, it is still the Most High allowing the judgment for the sin of what's going on in that lab. And that judgment reaches those who it is supposed to reach, however it's supposed to be reached, wherever it's supposed to reach, and whenever. In other words, just because something is supposedly taking place in a lab, you cannot detach that from the Most High, because when you understand plagues, when you understand sin, when you understand judgment, when you understand how the Most High works, he does use man to carry out judgments. He absolutely does. He wouldn't be God if he didn't. He wouldn't be the Most High if he didn't. In other words, he is fully aware of all that is taking place in the world at all times. So let's get back to the article here. So, the World Health Organization has identified 92 monkeypox cases in a dozen countries where the disease, listen y'all, listen to this, check this out, is not usually found. This is what they said on Friday. Monkeypox is usually found in the rainforest of Central and West Africa, where the animals that carry the virus live. But cases across Europe, including in the United Kingdom and Spain, have been reported over the past few weeks, amounting to what health officials have described as the biggest outbreak of the disease ever seen on the continent. Humans transmit monkeypox through close contact with an infected person or animal, or through an object that has been contaminated, such as a towel or bedding. This is what the World Health Organization is saying. Cases are usually mild and last several weeks, and recent studies have pegged the case fatality ratio to be between 3% and 6%. Okay, so that is what is going on with this weird, strange outbreak, seeming to just come out of nowhere. It is very, very uncomfortable. I can tell by those who are infected by it. If you look at the images, you can tell that it's a very, very uncomfortable thing. And when people are uncomfortable, they kind of lose their minds a bit. Okay, they lose their minds a bit. They get a little bothered. They get very uncomfortable, and it's just so much going on, and is apparently a very infectious thing, and it's seeming to come out of nowhere all of a sudden. That being said, be careful out here, y'all. We don't know who's doing what, where, and how it's happening. All we know is they're reporting on it now. We're starting to hear about it more and more buzz about monkeypox. And next thing you know, we don't want to hear cases of where monkeypox is now something that, if you get it, it is a worse disease than it was initially. Because we are starting to see things, because it was said the C19 was just a common cold. But we saw the effects of what it did to a lot of people around the world. And unfortunately, we've seen a lot of movies, and a lot of people don't want to hear about the movies, but sometimes they show things in the movies before it actually comes to life, right? And they call it predictive programming. I don't think it's predictive programming. I think they're pretty much trying to tell you, hey, this is what we got in the works. Hey, it is what it is. And so get ready, because these things may pop up. These things may happen. These things may begin to surface in reality. That being said, be careful out here. Be very, very cautious when you go where you're going. Shaking hands. I'm getting to the point, please don't reach to shake my hand. Okay. I don't even know about the fist bump anymore, because it's getting to that point where so much is happening, and you just want to be careful. You just have to be careful because, again, a lot of people did lose their lives, and we don't want to look up in a few weeks or a few months, and then all of a sudden monkeypox is this huge thing that everyone is being affected by, but except it's been mixed with something else that has made it a lot more deadly to people. So that being said, be careful out here. Leave your comments below. What are your thoughts on this sudden appearance of monkeypox? Remember to keep it tight and keep it right, but until next time, I am out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.